Transurfer and the Transurfing curious. My name is Renee Garcia and this is TransurfingTV. I'm going to zip right through my links real quick so I can get directly to the lesson, Reality 2.0 on Teachable, down below. Check it out. Comment, like, subscribe to this video. Please support us at TransurfingTV. If you would like to enter my daily giveaway for my reprogramming stickers, comment below. My world is taking care of me and I just might pull your name to win a stack of these. International Transurfing Institute Facebook group. Join us for a very lively set of conversations on reality transurfing, and follow me on Instagram, reality_transurfing. So today I'm going to be talking about how setting some very firm intentions that are specifically intended for you, how this helps you to resolve any conflict you have in your reality right now, any conflict you have in your interpersonal relationships. Maybe you're suffering from some low self-esteem. This will help you elevate above that low self-esteem, connecting with a much more optimal version of yourself. Maybe you're challenged still with anxiety, depression, insomnia, finding your center screen. Maybe you're really struggling with low frequency still and energetic imbalance, right? Maybe you don't feel you have enough energy to really see yourself from this frame to that end frame, that end goal, that intention. But how establishing a more solid connection with your intention today will help resolve all that stuff. And this is something that I've realized that sort of dawned on me the other day, that my life, and this is really where it becomes very, very much a win-win, to set a new vector of your flow towards that end frame, how this benefits you in way more ways than just achieving a goal. This essentially develops your entire life and really makes your entire layer of reality transform into a layer of reality, into a version of reality that is much higher than what you may be experiencing now. This is exactly what has happened for me. And it took me sort of going through this state of letting my intention carry me to realize that it was in this flow where I was resolving a bunch of undesirable crap or imbalance or just stuff that needed to resolve in order for me to continue on my path towards my intention. So as I state here, creation mode equates to way more than achieving a simple intention. And again, this took me some time to learn this, and this is a little bit advanced transurfing for those of you that are new. This is going to probably seem a little bit advanced, but for those advanced transurfers out there, I'm sure that you will understand exactly what it is I'm speaking of. And for those just getting into the transurfing modality, this is what you have to look forward to, really. I kind of wish that I would have known this initially, and this is exactly why I'm making the video on it today. So in my development of a firmer connection with my intention, or intentions if it's plural. So my intention was to help get the word of reality transurfing out to the world, right? And it's always been a firm intention, but at a certain point, especially after I read this amazing book right here, I realized that I wasn't truly optimized in a way where I was fully creating my own reality, fully connecting with that alternatives flow towards that intention. If you missed my video creator mode, go back and take a look. This will be a nice, this will accompany this video nicely. Now, I had the intention to do a specific thing, but I was still kind of in that reaction, that snail mode, and I wasn't fully optimized into that creator's mode, right? And it's when I switched over fully into creator's mode that I started to ask myself a lot of very, very serious questions about what was existing in my layer of reality. So creation mode helps you sort all that stuff out. And why this has happened for me, how this has happened for me, is I simply want to be effective in achieving my goal. And as I started to gain progress in achieving that goal, it became more and more clear that I'm becoming successful in my achievement of this goal. Now, as I realize that I'm becoming more and more successful in achievement of my goal, I start to acknowledge attributes of my external reality, things that characterize my external reality, and what things are still sort of pulling me back. Okay, this could be limiting thinking, faulty beliefs still, running in my mind. This could be pendulums in my life that are still captivating me in a way where I'm not totally optimized. So it could be interpersonal relationships again. It could be things like drugs, alcohol, spending too much time watching Netflix in the evening. Whatever is keeping you from really clicking in to creator mode and accessing the path of least resistance flowing from you in this current frame to that end goal. So this around New Year's, this last New Year's, really became very, very apparent to me, very obvious that there were still certain things. So one night around the holidays, I had a few drinks and I had like a hangover for 4 days. I didn't even drink that much, but I'm not really a big drinker. So when I do drink, it really affects me and it affects my energy levels. So I realized, okay, that's it. This one night that I had a few drinks, my energy level felt low for 3 or 4 days. That's got to go, right? That's got to go. So I made the commitment that for 2021, the entire year, no alcohol. There you go. So, and the reason that I did this is because I want to be more effective towards reaching my goal. I want to be able to wake up every morning and go to my goals and doors book and maximize my time in the center screen being productive. And just a couple of drinks takes me away from that, right? Arguing with a family member on the phone takes me away from that. Watching a violent movie and then that kind of disturbs me after the fact takes me away from that productive thinking. So slowly, as I'm gaining more and more traction towards my goal, I'm realizing all those little hooks that are in between me and the goal that are just slightly pulling me in another direction. And I'm resolving those as I go. So my depiction here of me in the alternatives flow, there's different paths, different streams, right? These are different lifelines. These are different states of being, different layers of reality that are available to me. And there's one path that's like literally just a beeline right to my goal. So other streams can come and sort of take me away. This is like, me having a couple of drinks that one night over the holidays. It kind of takes me away. Now I find my way back, but energetically there's loss there, right? There's loss there. It diverts me slightly. So in becoming aware of this, I see myself and I see my reality. Not only can I get myself back to my optimal stream where I'm just flowing directly towards my goal, I can eradicate this stream entirely. Okay, I don't have to worry about that stream coming and kind of sidetracking me anymore. I'm just going to take that out of the game. So you can do this with virtually anything that is distracting you, any pendulum, media, news, social media, too much TV, drugs and alcohol, gossiping with friends, whatever it is that's going to divert you. If you really feel that it's time to dial it in and truly tune yourself to that sector of reality, your path to your goal is going to show you exactly what it is that may need to either be resolved or cast aside entirely or tuned out or whatever. So I put here, creation mode helps you sort out these things, and I'll quickly run through them as I wrap up this video. Self-esteem issues. So this is a really big one for me. Anytime that I started to have self-doubts, negative thinking, oh, this isn't for me, it's for others, all that kind of stuff. Again, it would divert me from my stream. The easiest and best way to resolve self-esteem issues is to allow yourself to think higher thoughts about yourself. It's not to stop yourself from thinking those lower thoughts. It's about highlighting those higher thoughts and switching over to that higher version of you that says, no, you know what? You can do this. Stay on the stream. Keep active, keep moving in the direction of the goal, maintain action, maintain consistency, maintain thought quality, and start looking forward and up, right? Just looking backward and down, having those lower thoughts. It's more about diverting yourself to that higher version rather than trying to stop you in that place. Again, interpersonal relationships. So this has been a big one for me. Family issues that I've been struggling with. Now, I would be in a really good place, really flowing, really feeling it, really gaining momentum, feeling good, frequencies up, actions going, thoughts are up. And then a family member would call and say something really abusive or start drama, and it would completely spin me out, right? And for the next few days, I'd stay thinking about it. I'd get depressed. I wouldn't be in this flow state anymore. And it took me waking up and realizing, hey, wait a second. This is not how you are going to be the optimal version of you, gaining momentum to your goal. It's time to either resolve this conflict with this person or rid myself of the relationship entirely. And I know that's pretty hardcore, but you know what? It's working for me, and that's what I chose to do. So again, interpersonal relationships, if you're struggling, challenged by one, might be time to let it go, right? It's either getting diverted from your stream or really taking ownership of whatever it is that's happening in that relationship and coming to a realization, hey, can I spend more energy trying to fix it, or would that energy best serve me being in this place? Energy and frequency issues. This has been a big one for me lately. I've become very aware of what is lowering my frequency and what is raising my frequency. And anytime I encounter lower frequency stuff, I'm like, you know what? That's it. It's just, it's like I said about the violent movies the other day. It occupies my mind to the extent where I'm not here, and that's not cool with me. So I actually told my boyfriend the other day, hey, I'm not watching any more violent movies. It's gone, right? I'm cleaning my layer of reality. I am increasing all my frequency stuff. So more flowers, nicer music, beautiful candles, really making my space very pleasant, very high frequency, so I can continue in this stream towards my goal. Depression and anxiety, big, right? So when I give in to these alternative streams, family member causing drama, having too many drinks around Christmas, this is what's causing me depression and anxiety, because I know that I can be better. Obviously, alcohol is a major depression and anxiety inducer, or dealing with toxic family members or whatever. So just in me tuning into this stream a little bit more, depression and anxiety issues gone. I don't suffer from them anymore. There's no more insomnia. Nothing's keeping me up at night. Nothing's causing me to over worry, because again, this stream is like the optimal space to exist in. It's the optimal version of reality, optimal version of myself. It's a clean layer of reality. There's not a lot of friction. There's not a lot of weird external, low frequency feedback going on. I'm tuned in. It's high frequency, and it is what is intended for me. So before I end the video, I'll talk briefly on if you are in the suspended state. So remember, the suspended state is when you disconnect yourself from pendulums, you take a bunch of your energy back, but then you don't have an intention, and you're sort of just kind of like floating in the water. You're not going anywhere. You're not flowing. You're not accessing new information. You're in the suspended state. So what I suggest for anyone that is in this place that does not have a known goal or an idea for a goal is just to start taking anomalous action. And I know I talk about this a lot, and it's probably like, oh my God, Renee, it's so boring. You say that all the time, but it really is true. Because if you take anomalous action, this is action outside of your comfort zone, action in a different direction than what you're used to, what happens is you start to gently flow down the alternatives flow, and you access streams that you weren't going to access before. So as soon as you start to access these streams, imagine it's kind of like rapids, right? You're starting to gain momentum. And in this gaining of momentum, there's a very, very strong possibility, and this is exactly what's happened for me, that you will connect with that stream that is connected to your ultimate goal or your ultimate intention. But oftentimes we close ourselves off when we're in the suspended state. We're not experiencing new things, and again, accessing new information, new opportunities, new events, new people, and getting yourself moving even just a little bit. All these streams start becoming more available to you, and it's one stream that'll connect you to another, that'll connect you to another, and then sure enough, you'll realize your goal, and by then you've already started gaining momentum, you're used to taking action, you're moving with the alternatives flow, and you will absolutely connect with what is intended for you. And in this connection with what is intended for you, you're going to access this stream, and this stream is going to help you resolve all the things that are challenging you right now. I really do believe that, and this is exactly what has happened for me. So let me know your thoughts on this video. Like, subscribe, join us on Facebook, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.